Alright guys, so here's the right side of the engine case, and this is the side that you're supposed to install the crankshaft, balancer shaft, transmission into. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning the mating surface, and it still has a little bit of glue residue, a little bit of glue still stuck on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a blade that I got here, and I'm going to scrape off this excess glue gasket maker. Just knocking all the excess gases off. So I'm gonna go out and go, send some compressed air to it. All right, guys. Thank you. All right, guys. So here's the crankshaft. As you can see, it's a brand spanking new crankshaft. I am doing an engine build, so I didn't want to reuse the old one. So I wanted to make sure I got a brand new one, man. Straight from the dealership. And what I'm gonna do is, well, since this part is already lubricated, I'm gonna go ahead and slide this in here. Crankshaft is in, spins properly. Doesn't feel like anything is snagging it. It spins pretty smoothly. I'll know for sure once I put the other case on top of it, and then we'll be able to spin it freely to see if it's grinding against anything. But what's next now is the balancer shaft. It comes with a gear and a nut to hold the gear. But all this stuff goes on the opposite end. I'm gonna unscrew this nut, remove the gear. I went ahead and pulled out the transmission, gears, whatever you want to call them. And this is how they're supposed to sit. This is how they sit when they're inside of the actual engine case. Transmission is right here, basically exactly like this right here. And I'm supposed to just drop it down in there. I normally put the forks on first. So all the forks are numbered from 1 through 3, and then underneath it'll tell you if it's left, right, or center. So this is the center one, and this is left and right. So this is the right engine case. So the right would be at the bottom because this is what's closer to the engine case, right? So you want to look for the big open gap underneath the gears. Underneath the gears that have it's like a gap. If you look at your gears, your transmission gears, you'll see some of them are just regular gear, and some of them have a gear connected to another gear. Like it's one solid piece, and it's two gears built into one. And you want to get in between those two gears that's built into. Lift it up for me, then I can get it there. All right, so I lifted it up with the actual shift fork, right? So that shift fork is sitting in there properly, right? And the center is next now, right? Now, how you know which way it's supposed to go? Now, mind you, the drum sits right here. So if it sits right there, you want the letters facing you, so you can look down and you should see R, right? And in here, this is the C. So if I look down, I should see C. Alright, now the center one goes on this gear over here. Right? The center gearing. Right? The two big ones go on this main one, and the center one go on this little one right here. Alright, this is L. And L, like I said, it goes, both of the big ones go on that one, right? Now, all of these little dimples right here on the side, let me pull this out so I can show you. So every single one has these little dimples, and these dimples, well, not dimples, these shafts, and those shafts slide against the side of the drum. And then the drum has these little grooves in here that has, you know, ups and downs, and that's what causes the gears to change, because it's sending the three arms into different directions, which causing different gears to spin. So I'm gonna go ahead and install this, right? And this rod is next, but I want to lubricate it. Well, you know what? I think you're not supposed to do that yet. You're supposed to put the gear shift drum first. I've added a little bit of assembly lube just to make sure, because I don't remember if I think I did, but I don't really remember if I had put some on that bearing, but I think I did, honestly. I gotta move some of these linkages out the way because, you know, it's getting in the way, so go ahead and move them out the way. Get this in here. And then what you could do is you can go ahead and line them up into the groove that they're supposed to sit in. So when it's time to add the rod, those will go in perfectly. Right. So there you go. They're all inside their grooves. Take the rod, slide it in there. So slight tapping is gonna get it in there, and you might have to, just because they're going through all three forks doesn't mean it's done. You're supposed to tap it until it sits in its right there. It sits inside of its little hole. Alright, see? Free spinning. Reason why it's free spinning is because now the forks are holding them properly. Because right now, when the forks wasn't in there, there was this all bangled up. But now the forks are in there, they're sitting properly, and they can slide and spin in any direction. Right? Perfect. I'm gonna leave this gear shift alone because I don't want to mess with that. So honestly, we're pretty much done with the assembly. All I have to do now is add a few O-rings. Once I add a few O-rings, I'm gonna go ahead and coat the engine case with some gasket, some sealant, and then I'll be able to install it. All right. So let me go ahead and get everything prepared for this, and I'll come back to you guys, man. All right. So I'm back. I switched it over to the left crankcase because, come to find out, you're supposed to apply the sealant on the left crankcase. So I went ahead and bought the, I already showed you guys the Permatex Ultra Grade Maximum Torque. This is what you use for the crankcase, and it's the best proven one besides OEM. So I went ahead and wiped everything down already. Let me, double check. Let me get, there's a few. That's actually assembly lube, so I don't gotta worry about that. Alright, so I brought the right side back on because the left side I went ahead and put the gasket on there, as you can see, and I'm going to go ahead and lay it on. I'm trying to flip it over so I don't touch anything, but here it goes. Alright, so before I start pushing down, because I don't want to mess up the sealant, I'm gonna grab a hammer, rubber hammer, and I'm gonna go ahead and mallet this down. So I couldn't find my rubber mallet, and I don't feel like, going crazy looking for it. So I'm gonna just use the back end of this hammer, and I'm gonna just tap it down slowly. As you can tell, don't need to put that much pressure. There's a total of 10 plus 6, so 16 bolts altogether. There's 6 long bolts and 10 short bolts, and these short bolts are the ones that go out here. So let me go ahead and put these on here. So I'm not gonna mess with there's some gasket maker that's oozing out. I'm not gonna mess with that yet. I'm gonna go ahead and go get the ratchet. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and put the 6 long bolts. I wrap them up with some electrical tape so I can keep them all together, because there's a lot of bolts for this engine that look almost identical, and if you don't keep them together, you're gonna get confused. There's another bolt that's literally just maybe a millimeter or 2 shorter than these 6 bolts. So I got real confused. I thought it went with them until I lined them all up, and and then I realized, like, no, it doesn't. So the 6 bolts go inside right here. This bolt right here, and this one goes right here, and then this one goes right there, and this one goes right here. All right, so I got all 6 screwed in, so let me go ahead and go get the tools and start tightening. All right, so got my tools. Go ahead and start tightening these things down. And it says you got to tighten them in a crisscross pattern, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Make sure you do that because you do not want anything to sit improperly, you know. So go ahead and now I'm gonna torque it down. It's down. I got it set to 10 foot-pounds, so we'll see if it goes to 10 foot-pounds. Well, one went. So we'll switch to right here. It's 2. It's 3. Last but not least.
The watermelon pick up. Mom said when Tati kids are here and Tati kids are here. Can I get honey bun?
Hey, please, guys.
Where's the hot? I mean, what are you doing?
He's doing something. He's doing that.
All right, so all middle. Please, guys. So all 4 bolts in the inside of the crankcase is fully tightened. I'm gonna do the outside ones, make sure those can go to 10 foot-pounds as well. So I think I went through every single one. So I'm gonna just do one quick pass, make sure every single bolt torques. Second pass, you know. So 1, make sure that's the first one I did. That's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, so I didn't do this one. So let me do this one. Good. All right, so I'm gonna do this pass again, make sure this is good. That's good. Do this one more time. That's good. Let's try this one. That's good. Try that one right here. That's good. Don't have anyone over there. All right, we're gonna try this one. That's good. We're gonna try this. Guys, man, I just went ahead and installed the spring washer and stopper arm for the stopper arm, and I'm about to install the bolt, but it needs Loctite, so I'm putting a little bit of blue Loctite on there. So just a little bit. I don't want to put too much because you never know when you need to remove it again. So screwing the bolt down, and this bolt needs 7 foot-pounds of torque, and you know what, just to be safe, I'm going to put it to 10, because I feel like it's strong, but I want it to be, I'm just gonna put it to 10 because I don't want it to be too off and it's too loose, you know. So I'm just set it to 10. So it's set to 10. New bolt, everything. So put this bolt down, because if I drop that in there, man, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I dropped the actual arm in the engine case. I was able to get it out, but man, I was so freaking scared because I was like, man, if I can't get this out, I'm gonna have to start all over again. So what you do is you put something in between the stopper and the drum. Put the drum on. I'll find where the, oh, I'm putting it upside down, that's why. It's not your fault. Alright, still got enough footage. So, let me see if it's gonna hold it. Alright, so it holds. Alright, so it's good. Put some Loctite on it, just a little bit, because this bolt needs Loctite as well. Alright, put it in the crevice, tighten it down. This does not come with a washer, so it doesn't need a washer. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it down and then torque it down. So tighten it. And this is 7 foot-pounds as well. So instead of 7 foot-pounds, I'm gonna put it to 10 foot-pounds. Because the other one held 10 pretty good. And 10 was actually pretty close to it, so. Bam, right there. Didn't even have to put a rag or anything. And I'm not gonna mess with the shifting, but seems like the shifting is working. So after tightening all that stuff down, I'm gonna go ahead and install the drum shift linkage, or the drum shifter, which is bam right here. I'm gonna wipe it down. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some engine assembly lube throughout the whole shaft so it slides in properly and it you know, because you always want moving parts properly lubricated. So that's basically what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just pour some engine assembly lube on here, and I'm just gonna properly lubricate this whole shaft. I know it might not, the whole shaft might not need it. Down this shaft right here. And if you see this that one bolt, this bolt right here, that's what holds the spring. Alright, man, so I went ahead and did a few things off camera. First thing first was the baffle shaft. I went ahead and aligned the two dots with each other. I put a 3mm pin in this little hole right here. That this has 2 gears, and you're supposed to make sure the gears line up with each other. So far we're done, and see you guys on the next video, man. Car bills. Just to let, if you like the episode today. Just make sure you like, subscribe. We're gonna have way more videos to go, man. I can't wait for this video, this build. I can't wait, man. Once you guys see it, man, you guys are gonna go crazy, bro. There's a few guys already on YouTube that that did builds like this before, but I don't see too much people doing it, so I decided, you know what, that should be the next thing, man. So thanks for watching the show. Just like, subscribe. Carbon Builds. Peace out, guys.